Hello, hello. Another day of learning how to code. One moment. No, still fucked up. Insulin levels on the rise. Just getting crazy out there. Okay. Oh, dude, I forgot to change which day it was. I'm crazy. Literal crazy person. There we go. Okay. I like how my nose starts fucking up the most whenever I start streaming. In C++, we can overload most of the operators in order to use them as part of a user-defined class. For example, plus equals mark. The default use of these operators built in C++. Okay. The only exception is the equal sign. My nose started fucking up. I had to blow my nose, so I was gonna die. Which is automatically defined by constructor if not defined, while other operators must be defined explicitly. You can imagine, operator overloading can be very powerful. Also, overloading operators help us write clear code that is easy to read and maintain. However, there are certain rules that must be followed, which we will discuss thoroughly as we go along this section. Here's an example. A plus b in parentheses times x minus y. Y. Word 1 plus word 2 can equal word 3. Okay. I know this is new. Man, dude, I should have looked for royalty-free music. My God, why didn't I do it? Same operators can be. Let's review some of the basic rules. We cannot change precedence. This means that some operators get precedence others, and this goes for associative. We cannot change operators of primitive types such as int double. Plus plus doesn't allow us to create new operators that do not exist. The operators equal brackets, parentheses, and arrow key thing. I forgot what that's called. I know it's for. I forgot what it's called. Basically allows you to point class to something else. Allows you to make a friend. Nope, that's not what it does. What does the point key do? Huh? Where are you? Did this yesterday. Well, 2 days ago. Me playing hard again. There we go. This. It's just this pointer. Okay, so it's telling me to do something crazy first off. What is? Okay, gotta blow my nose again. It's telling me to get rid of all of this. Who's the boss? Just your trained monkey. Hey, no errors. Okay. What is this? Apparently, it's not professional to be using namespace std, but I'm not professional. I'm just learning. Learning wrong. Learn till you die. Yep. String cur string. Why is it so mad? Stores string class. Okay. Strings engine. String get current. One thing I don't like about this book is it uses a lot of down slashes or whatever they're called. Like a lot. Like too much. Is this just defining a string? I think it is. I think we're making the file for making strings. I don't get this. This book is crazy. This book is insane. Okay, so I have to make this into an H file, whatever that means. Okay. What did I just do? I mean, you can't see it. The fuck just happened? Oh man. What a stupid lesson. Hey, what's up, Disgraced? This thing is fucking bonkers. I accidentally unloaded my project and now it's. I don't even know what unloaded project means. Load it back up. Okay, there we go. Reloaded it. I guess it was. I mean, I don't fucking know what's going on. I really don't. I'm just trying to follow directions. They're telling me to turn this string engine into a H file. I forgot how to do that, if I'm gonna be honest. Now it's not even popping up. Fuck. The whole thing's going down. Call an ambulance. Can't see nothing. Okay, I pulled it back up. Whoa, Nelly. Okay. How do I turn this into H file? Add to? Looks like it's add to for sure. I know you can't see this, but just know. Okay, it's officially a thing now. Okay. Working on it. This shit's fucking bomb, man. No, it's not OBS. It's like. Okay. Hopefully this works. There we go. No, it was just like whenever you save files to your computer, you don't do too much information. What the fuck does it mean IOStream's not a real thing? Oh, dude. Bro. Oh, wait, I accidentally got rid of the hashtag. Oh. I was about to fucking flip. I was like, dude, that's fucking nonsense, first off. Apparently, don't have the right mindset for a program, which is when you come across a problem, don't panic. But I immediately just start panicking. What do you mean we don't have that? I just made this. I literally just made the string engine. I'm the maker of it. Kidding me? Okay. I've never been so disappointed in my life. I did make the string engine, which was just a Word document that said string engine. It's crazy talk. Okay, let's continue on and act like nothing happened. Okay, so this whole section has to do with the string engine that we created but we can't use. Can you make an H file with another H file attached to it? What is this? You remember when I said don't have that coder's mindset? Yup. The fuck? They brought libbooks back too. I'm about to just fucking skip this whole section. Because I don't always call something witchcraft. What I'm clearly looking at right now is probably within the definitions of it. That shit's crazy talk. Yeah, we're skipping that section. That's a fucking light a bonfire and spend a whole day not doing that. Crazy. So let's just skip straight to encapsulation. Yeah, if you saw what I'm seeing right now, you would have an opinion. Probably not a good one. Yeah, this is what I mean. I tilt easy, right? So like, I spiral. I fucking spiral. Encapsulation is one of the several fundamental pillars in object-oriented programming, along with inheritance and polymorphism, which we will explain in the sections following. Okay. Encapsulation. So there is no need to expose the inner details of your class to the outside. It's called data hiding. This means you provide only the necessary access to your class members. Not the whole point of private. Okay. Oh, we got a metaphor. Others even say that encapsulation is like taking all your problems and placing them inside a pill-shaped capsule. When you buy a TV, you can open it. You can open the what? You can open the screws and connect one wire to another. Doing so will turn channels or turn the TV on and off. But the manufacturer has created dedicated buttons and options to do this. Same applies to class. Okay. It's just saying that I can hide information with encapsulation. Makes sense. Encapsulation. That means the capsulize something. I don't fucking know. I ain't no Latin major. Access modifiers, you already know. Private, public, protect access modifiers. Using getters and setters. Simple yet powerful functions that provide us with fine-tuned controls on how our private data members are being accessed. We will explain and demonstrate. I'm starting to think that using my brain causes my nose to start acting up. That's crazy. No wonder why I sneeze so much in school. I used to, back in the school days, I used to bring like a couple Kleenex boxes for each class. You know, put on the teacher's desk, and then like the whole day I would just be standing up blowing my nose. Shit had to have been distracting. I don't wonder why I was killing in class while other people were fucking annoyed and pissed off. You had a fucking elephant blowing their nose all day. Okay. Okay, we're coding. That's code. Oh yes. A class named Marathon, which I'm pretty sure is a classic Bungie game, but Halo's based off of. Use. I miss when Halo was good. The new Halo games are kind of just, other than Halo Wars 2, the rest of them are kind of just meh. Dude. The fuck? Dude, they have like, I guess we're writing a whole essay over here. Jesus Christ. That's insane. Go ahead and create the space for the essay. But yeah, no, I miss when Halo was, in my opinion, good. I guess Halo Infinite didn't feel finished or polished. but I feel like it tries too hard to. It's like whenever you hang out with your friends and your younger sibling kind of emulates that. You know what I mean? Not sure if you get that feeling, but it's like when kids try to pretend to be their older siblings. So it's like they're trying to copy you, but they don't really understand what they're copying. So what they're doing is just kind of a lower education, not even a lower education, just a shallower version of what you're doing. It's like whenever you see a movie copy another movie, like when Zack Snyder's Justice League tried copying the Avengers and Thanos by introducing Darkseid in like 3 minutes, literally like 3 minutes into the movie. Yeah. I hate when video games do that shit. Well, I just hate when media does that. But that's what'll happen whenever you. By the way, I fucking hate this. Why is there so many notes? But no, I just hate it when media hands the reins off to someone else and the vision completely changes. It's like the recent Star Wars trilogy. Apparently, Adam Driver came out recently and said that his whole character arc changed. So apparently, Kylo Ren in the most recent Star Wars. Not sure if you watched Star Wars, but Kylo Ren was never supposed to be redeemed. He was supposed to do a reverse Dark Vader, where Dark Vader was confident and absolute. Then, as the original trilogy went on, he became more clouded in his vision. Well, Kylo Ren was supposed to start out clouded and become more sure of himself and confident in his embrace to the dark side. Yeah. There's parts of the Disney Star Wars I like and parts of it I didn't. Like the Ahsoka series, I think you stop saying that so much. I think Ahsoka's fight choreography was terrible. But I thought how quickly that one girl became a Jedi was also terrible. I stopped watching The Mandalorian after season 1. I just think Disney sees that they got some money and then they kind of get blinded by it, so they try expanding. But can't really expand niche things like comics and sci-fi genres. They have to expand organically, or else you just waste your money. I think the season 1 of The Mandalorian was good. I think everything after season 1 was just kind of eh. Because it deviates away from the whole point of the series, which was space cowboys. It became space steady, taking care of alien baby cowboys. This is my call center experience. Talking while typing and then not understanding what I did. No, it's like season 1 was good, and honestly, it's like season 2 and I think 3, but I think it's just season 2. It's got some redeeming factors. It's just it starts deviating away from Mandalorian becoming the main character. It's called the Mandalorian, right? Typically in media, you want to stick to a main character or a couple main characters, but usually you want to stick to at least one main character and have him be the main function of the show. But I think it's season 3 actually where it deviates away from him being the main character. Like he still is, but A little bit less. Oh yeah, they didn't. Everyone's asking for like the old Republic era stuff. Yeah, they did with the video game. Right? I forgot what it's called. It's like Lonely Survivor. Omen Cal Kestis. So like in that game, he resurrects Old Republic Jedi. But for the movies, I don't know. Like they're trying to touch into the extended universe. I forgot what it's called in the comics. Basically, they did a lot of comics. They said that it was Legends, so they're starting to tap into the Legends. But the problem is, Legends is crazy. So the new Ahsoka TV show starts tapping into Legends a little bit. I just think like Disney, it's a ship being steered by 20 different ship captains, right? You're gonna tear the boat apart before they actually get it somewhere they need to get it. It's also really hard to have a uniform vision whenever stuff like that happens. I don't know. I think I tried playing Knights of the Old Republic a long time ago on stream. Or I tried recording it. Forgot. Didn't get very far. I think I stopped streaming it so that I could eventually do the playthrough with my brother. Because I feel like a lot of things are a lot funnier when it's done in a group. Didn't like it. It was alright from when I played. Definitely outdated. Which is like, when something's outdated, it's a lot more fun to play with someone else just because it's like you could also derive some of the entertainment just from roasting it on the side. What? Oh my god, they have a mistake in this. They put a double bracket right underneath this. Used me. I like how it like tells me to do all this shit. I have no idea what's going on right now. Just gonna be honest. The fuck? What do you mean? They put a destructor in set level. Yeah. So private string hides gold being the default level. String name, string get level, return level. So it's supposed to return name and value, with name being name and then level being value. Gee whiz, book. Did it explain this? Did I just completely bypass this? It's not fully coded yet. It's just like a. Usually they have notes in the middle that explain exactly. Oh, I mean, maybe it's all these notes up here. You define a class named Marathon. It is used to classify runners based on their membership level, which can be gold, silver, bronze. Default level is gold. We use getter and setter functions to set or get the values. Membership level is stored in the private section and can't be accessed directly, but spelled but but using the getter and setter functions. Yep, no use sweating it. Let's just keep going. You gotta buy some eggs before you can make a big omelet. Not what they always say. Man, my lungs are acting up. Not sure if you've ever cleaned with bleach before, but my lungs are acting like I've been cleaning with bleach. Which I have not. It's kind of confusing. Not really worried. Because I got athlete exercise induced asthma. And maybe it's from when I worked out earlier. Worked out pretty hard. Yeah. One time I was cleaning my bathtub when I had a migraine with bleach. Terrible idea. Just started like, I finished cleaning up, and the way I throw up, I just kind of throw up. I don't really dry heave all the time. And, yeah, just threw up all over the bathtub. It's pretty funny, though. The irony of cleaning up something and then immediately making it dirty. Yeah, I'm just a mess. God just fucking made me, and he's like, yeah, fucking give him asthma. Give him migraines. No instance of constructor marathon matches the argument list. A pointer to a bound function may only be used to call functions. Okay. I read that. And that's all I do. I don't comprehend it. This is definitely code. $37. You have a string get level and it just says return level. The structure doesn't belong inside set level. Yeah. This is what the code says to code. What? Saying that's it. Okay. In this example, we have public method get level, yet this method needs to access a private data member value. Method get level is a getter, and it's within the scope of the class, so it has access, but anything else outside the class will not have access. We have another method named set level, which is our setter. It sets the value of level and uses this pointer to do so. Another programming language you may encounter the term property, which does a similar thing as getters and setters in a single function. In C++, we use both functions. We then want to change the value of level using the assignment operator by using this line. Value.level equals green. We'll get a compiling error. You can see that without the use of getter and setter functions, we cannot access the private data member. When we comment on the problematic line, we get this. It says the code. Nothing happened. This book is trash. What happens then? I followed the book to a T, and what did I get? Nothing but lies. Jesus Christ. There's no instance of marathon being used. I don't think value get level equals green makes any sense. Should I do it over here? Ooh, that piece of code caused more problems than last definition that they met. Dude, I'm treating this like Dora the Explorer. Dora the Explorer. Jesus Christ. Okay. Should work. Oh, it's broken. Define the constructor. Duck. Line 35 is trying to create a marathon thing of value. Okay, so that makes sense. I'm kind of getting what you're saying. But another part of it's like passing through one ear. But I feel like I'm supposed to do something like this, right? Yeah. What do I do? Just assign value? So kind of like right here. That's in set level. I think I'm starting to see what the major issue is. So it'd be string name. At this, I wouldn't be able to do it here though, right? Because this is right here. Giving me a warning, but it's not telling me what the warning is. I like how I kind of know enough where I have a vague idea what I need to do. No idea what I'm doing from this point onwards. Let's go back in the book. Wow. You know what I totally forgot about this is? I need to be figuring out this shit as if else then statements. Because that's basically what coding is. It's just like a math, one of the word problems in a math book, but just change the language a little bit to fit code. Wonder. Okay. Trying to figure out how this would look. Wouldn't set this up as marathon, right? Wouldn't do that. Unless. No, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. Let's just remove these brackets really quick. See what this looks like. Sub warning. Okay. I know it's gonna not compile, but This doesn't make any sense on my. Oh, Jesus. I feel like I could just do name equals name and level equals value. Just like over here. Probably wrong, but let's take it out for a spin. You're only kind of wrong. Unless you put in F. Then you're very wrong. I don't warn. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense anyways. Name and value were passed in, so you just need to store them. Fusion is the input variable names. You can even do marathon x string y. And do name equals name because it's ambiguous, which is the input. And do this name equals name. See, I thought I could just copy this code right here, paste it over here, therefore making this part necessary redundancy. But it's giving me a warning. I can't read. Oh, if I do X, Y. Okay. Is there a specific reason? Is it because if I do? Okay. Name equals X. Okay. But why am I? Let's try what you're. This is the problem when you get to the more complicated shit. Especially when it comes to like classes. Kind of have to have a vague idea what's line 34. Nice. Wait. Wait. I'm pretty sure you fixed all of it. Holy moly. This book's a fucking joke. Yeah, you fixed it. Oh my god. Why? What are they thinking? This book is crazy. Trying to figure out why this worked. Name equals X, level equals Y. So basically I'm just adding it, defining it basically. So string becomes name, string X becomes name, string Y equals level. Should come back down here. And because the way it's set up with marathon value, John goes to X, so goes to Y. This thing changes value.setLevel changes this portion bronze from this code. Okay. So yeah, I'm understanding. It's just to give you an idea of the way my brain's processing this. It's like having a puzzle piece, like two jigsaw puzzle pieces, and you're trying to put them together, but they're at different levels, and I have no depth perception. That's the way my brain's trying to process all this information. So I'm just hoping that I see enough puzzle pieces that when I actually try making a puzzle, putting a puzzle together, it's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, guys. Yeah, and this book's giving me puzzle pieces for different puzzles. It's crazy. But that's the best way I could describe the way my brain's processing all this information. What if I want to make another object? Oh no. On the bright side, we gotta learn about inheritance. As misspelled inheritance. I fucking suck. One thing I've noticed about trying to code is the longer I try to code, the worse my spelling gets. So like, I can actually feel my brain just like overworking to the point where like my spelling gets terrible. I try making another marathon object in the main function. I could. I can go back. Let's return. So the original code. Now playing around definitely does help. The original code also had this. I deleted it because I thought it was obsolete. Because I'm pretty sure the only things that it could be is silver, bronze, and gold. Right? But they included this. Right? Compiling error. But that's get level, not set level, right? Actually, it's not even supposed to be get level. It's just supposed to... Yeah. That may be blue. So if you try setting a level to blue, it defaults to silver, which is okay. It defaults to this because blue's not one of the levels it can go to. But change it to gold. Should work. Nope. Oh, it's because gold's lowercased. Yeah. The result. Gold. Try making a new one called ref. Okay. Work. I should be able to add wrath. You have a capital W because E. Yep. Worked. Wrath. So in the main function, because the way this is set up, it can only be these three, from my understanding. So if it's not within those three, it doesn't actually change the value. Marathon Wrath? Me like John? Or do you mean changed value? Okay, let's rub our neurons together, try to figure out what's going on. Can make more objects in a new line. Yeah, could. So what are you trying to get me to do? Are you trying to get me to print, like, Wrath? So, like, print the name too? Like, to make a new object. Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on. C++ object. An entity that's a state or behavior. Okay. Okay, so you mean just like up here. You mean like this? Okay. It doesn't print out, no. I think it's because Wrath isn't considered value. I think it's because 41's only going to print out value get level C string. So get level would be turn level would be what we set as value. So the only thing that's printing out when I do this is silver, right? This work. I forgot what the C in C string stands for. Wait, I fucked this up bad. Right? Hey, it worked. Man, look at that. You explained what you wanted. My brain actually figured it out. I got the neurons, man. Okay. Yeah, so it's like basically I create a string which would be name, right? And then that string which is name, but it's not the same. Just gonna shut up there. Basically marathon, create a string name, or would it be a variable? Variable, right? Then it pulls out these two, right? Set level changes the value of these to the one I pick out of these three. And if it's possible, then it switches it over. Then count just exports that value with the new level that was assigned. Object name. So it's basically, we're just reassigning this with line 40 if possible. If it's not possible, it just stays the same. And this is just exporting that, the current level, which is dependent on this. Yup. See, this is what I mean. I see code on TV. I'm like, I know what's going on. I just have no idea how we're getting anywhere. I'll change this to bronze. Should be a double export of bronze. Nope. Because I only changed the level for value. That's on me. I got overconfident. It'd be a quick fix if I wanted to do it for Wrath, though. We just have to copy this line. Value to Wrath. There we go. Setter and getter. No, this is definitely going to be an issue in the future for me. Like, I'm understanding to a certain degree what I'm doing, but my brain's not assigning the correct term names for these. So you could definitely tell it's going to be an issue in the future. AKA, I mix up variables, objects, strings, all of them, just because. Yeah. But, you know, it does feel nice having some understanding of what I'm doing. Just a little bit. Like, I was practicing coding on my phone. There's an app called Solo Learn, right? They just have a bunch of lesson plans you can practice. And sometimes I'm like really confused and I'm running out of hearts. I'll go to the comments section and just read what other people are doing. Right? But today I was doing a lesson. Actually, I'm at the same lesson area as I am in this book. I was doing some lessons in a book and I solved one all by myself. I mean, to be fair, I just kept slamming my head into it, where I just kept on making a mistake and then retrying it. But I figured it out. It's really nice. I'd recommend Solo Learn if you're into it. It's like Duolingo, but not as good, but for coding. Inheritance allows us to use existing classes to create new ones, and it's often used in C++ programs. The newly created class inherits the behavior and data from another class, using methods and more. This is a great way to save time and hard work, as we can focus on commonality within classes such as attributes and methods. Jesus Christ. Keep forgetting to breathe. I like how my voice just gets raspier as I read a sentence. While we modify some of these use cases of our newly created classes. For example, if we have a class for checking accounts, we can use inheritance to create a class for savings accounts, student accounts, trust accounts, and more. This is done because many of the attributes, class, methods, and functions will be the same. When talking about inheritance, we can use single inheritance, multiple inheritances. Okay. Kind of picking up what they're putting down. It's just a simplification of like making more classes if things are similar. One of the most important concepts is to understand in relations to inheritance is a relationship. Okay. Reading this. Gotta learn generalization. I'll teach you that in social studies. Dog, what are you doing, dog? Get off of me. Hey, you're not getting any treats. Don't look at me like that. Go away. Dog thinks that if he just shoves his head underneath my hand, he gets free treats. Nope. Not in this America. Concept of specialization works the other way around in a sense, as it creates a single class with more specific attributes or methods and functionalities. Another essential term when dealing with inheritance is hierarchy. Hierarchy is how we organize our inheritance relationships from top to bottom. This allows us to better organize our code. It just has a Venn diagram. Okay. Client is a person. Savings account is an account. Client has an account. Savings account has a deposit limit. Okay, now we're starting to code. This is pod racing. Class client. Spelled all that right? Did. Oh, it's because I didn't write anything here. Sometimes I get a little bit spooked out. Okay, class client. So, as a name, as an account. This whole thing is going bonkers. Why highlighted? What's going on? I think it has to be lowercase. Yeah. This fucking book. Are you kidding? Dude, this fucking book. Jesus Christ. Why is it being so weird with this? That's weird. Also, it didn't finish string. It just wrote str. I mean, that might come back to bite me later. I don't know. When you begin working as a programmer. This book, anything is possible. Except for that. Okay, it says declare new class. Parent. Apparently that's all that's needed. Huh. That's on me. I could have put a semicolon there. I'm not sure what was telling me to put it on line 16. Not sure why it told me to write down notes. But I'll do its bidding. That's saying class child. Is that a thing? Are we allowed to just do that? That's crazy talk. That's a whole new world. What the fuck? Oh man. I don't know why I got so hyped up over this. Okay, so it's just connecting classes. So this is a very good metaphor. Child belongs to the parent. It's actually where all the energy in this book went to. This section right here, for this one explanation. Almost pronounced that correctly too. It's important to understand what the access specifiers mean when we deal with inheritance. Most other programming languages, you will encounter only public inheritance, yet in C++ we have all three options. First, the most commonly used access specifier is public. Establishes the is-a relationship we explained earlier in this section. Note, if you don't specify the access specifier, the private inheritance will be used by default. Okay. Let's just do another example after. Cool. Oh my god, that wants me to create another H file. Oh my god, it wants me to create multiple H files. They're getting crazy. What is this? Fuck. What am I gonna do? It wants me to create two H files. So it wants me to create one for cat, one for dog. This is gonna be terrible. So it wants me to create three separate H files. Have one called animal.h, it wants me to create two separate ones within it, one for dogs, one for cats. So there's going to be 3 H files, one parent one, 2 child ones, and the 2 child ones, one's going to be dog. You say dog, say something, it says how, and then if you have one for the cat, it's supposed to say mihu, because that's what cats say. Then it wants me to count, say something for both. Not count, just do dog, my dog, say something. Like, I understand what they wanted me to do. It ain't happening. On my watch. Okay. This looks like something though. Constructors and destructors when using inheritance. In C++, the child class inherits the constructors from its parent class, but before any derived object can be initialized, first the parent class is executed, then a child class executes. There is a sense that as a derived class might use information encapsulated in the base class, this means the parent class will execute the constructor first and only then the child class will execute. That makes sense. Order of operations. Actually, let's just open that file back up. Fuck it. This fucking lesson's crazy though. All of this is crazy. Who am I? And destructors work in reverse. It makes sense. Order of operations. So like the child class wouldn't be able to operate without the parent class happening first. Makes sense for destructors to work in reverse because if child class, if parents get destroyed first, then the child class wouldn't be able to execute. That should cause like an error whenever it tries to compile. Okay, so let's do this now. Dude, whoever wrote this book, they're fucking crazy. Disgrace, if you're looking for something to make in code, you could just copy Duolingo, but do it in coding. That would actually be lit. I wanted to contact Duolingo and have them do that, because coding is a language. And if they didn't want to call it Duolingo, then they could have called it Devlingo. But turns out a lot of companies are not open for ideas. They don't want to hear them. They got enough people. Yeah, because the problem with solo learn is it's not constructed. Like Duolingo, if you've never used it, is extremely efficient. Like, it's actually crazy how efficient Duolingo is at teaching you languages. I don't want to say it's like crazy in that the way where it's impossible to do what it does, but first off, it's free, but it's extremely well organized, and it's really just, it just teaches you basic words, and the teaching pattern is a wide variety from speaking to typing to selection, with like increased difficulty as time goes on. A lot of coding apps, they don't have that. So you include the extremely user-friendly way of learning of Duolingo and put it into coding. You got yourself something that you probably lose money in, actually. Unless you get like a government grant. These things. Yeah, like Duolingo is contracted with a lot of schools. Like in my little sister's Spanish class in college, they learned Spanish from Duolingo, not even the teacher. Which is a funny concept, by the way. Teachers like, yeah, log in a Duolingo, boys. Start working. What the fuck? They told me to code this. There's no way this code makes any sense at all. What do you mean? Okay, let's just erase it all again because this is my life now that I have this book. Okay. Notes. Yeah, I think that's the biggest problem with learning how to code. It's just not user friendly. But then again, coding's not supposed to be exactly accessible to everyone. If it was easy, then everyone would be doing it. It's kind of like running, right? Like most people can run, but not everyone can be an Olympic runner. I correct myself there because, in fact, not all people can run. Coding's the same way. Coding feels like a mixture of math and English. Probably because it is a mixture of math and English. Okay. Apparently, by using the /n, it's not considered professional. They teach you that like early on, but then it's like recommended you just never do it. I don't know how true it is. I know it's not possible to do it in every statement. You can only use it in quotation marks. I feel like a lot of this is going to be obsolete though with AI. Thinking about like getting one of those GTP things. I don't know. I feel like if you made an AI, kind of like a parrot on your shoulder, it'd be pretty funny. I guess the end result would be the person from Iron Man. So Iron Man has that voice in a suit. You can do that shit. Just have an AI in my phone, just talking to me. What's up, man? Constructos. I do not envy people that do this for a living. Well, I mean, I guess you envy the end result, but not the beginning, the learning process. Because doing this for a living feels like it would be mind-numbing after a period of time. This is the kind of shit though I've seen in coding. This right here, the inheritance. I've seen a lot of this in like video game coding. So it's nice to see it. It makes sense too, because I would assume a lot of video games, objects and characters inherit other objects. I wouldn't say status, but the way the statuses are laid out. Especially for creatures or characters that level up. I would assume that most creatures in video games operate in a similar capacity. They don't just code each one of them individually. Well, they do, but like they reuse a lot of code per. Also saw someone coding for a video game. The Pirate Software guy saw it in one of his shorts. I did notice that he was using some binary things when it came to. But he was using some bools whenever it came to dialogue trees. So a lot of his dialogues, and at least in the video he was showing, were just yes nos. So it was like you have two choices. So that was pretty tight. It's really cool when you actually see things and you actually understand. It's one of the things I remember most when I started doing MMA. It's I started being able to call out whenever a person was going for a submission, the exact moment. But you know, it's just that. Yeah. No, yeah, no, it was like that. So in his game, it was at least in the portion he coded, it was all yes nos. So the way his dialogue tree looked, it was like down the side. So he had an array set up, but it was like so 1 2s. Typically booleans are like supposed to be 0 1s, I think. But his were just 1 2s. So if they weren't booleans, they operated like them. Have you worked on like actual games other than mods? Disgraced. Sound like you may have. Oh, you were actually worked on it. Not Phasmophobia, but you were working on an actual game. That's cool. I feel like a lot of people that played games growing up either want to make a game or they want to like make a server for a video game. What the fuck is this next page? Transfer from your day job. Nice. So you code for a living. Yeah, dude, I imagine. So there's a YouTuber, Disguised Toast. I used to watch offline TV when the coronavirus first happened. He explained that he got a job at like, I don't know what place he said. I'm just gonna use Google as an example. And whenever he worked there, I think he said for like the first week he kind of just sat in his chair just looking at the screen like he's working. I think he said he quit shortly after too. I think he said he didn't code anything. It's like he like copy and pasted his code from the internet. Yeah, free assets from YouTube. Yeah. I mean, it could be like the day before. Sure, if you heard about that shit. So the day before, all the assets used in that video game were taken assets. Like it was like paid multiplayer third-person shooter, so they paid for that asset. And then they paid for a city asset. And that was GPS navigation. It's crazy. It's rocket science. Oh no, dude, the game wasn't compelling at all. It was like ghetto rigged. So, turns out it's a scam company, right? And their idea was let's get as much money into our game as possible, never deliver it, and then dissolve our company immediately after. So they made a couple $1 million, and then they dissolved, quote unquote. In reality, they tried changing the name of their company and starting a new gaming company just under a different name. It's not telling me if I need to keep this or not. So I'm just gonna save this. I'm gonna start a new file just in case. Hey, Star Citizen, that new game that Bethesda just made? No. Okay. I was like, is that what it is? It's the game that Bethesda just made. You're getting a lot of flack for it. Apparently, it's really bad. Yeah, it was a passion project, and it failed. And apparently, it was really outdated, but so is the Bethesda engine in general. I feel like one of the biggest problems in gaming right now is just kind of like the whole crypto thing, right? Scammers just decided that gaming's their new target. But much you spelled balance. The book. That's cool. I'll misspell it too, just in case. Like balance is actual. But I don't know. I guess scam games have always been a thing. Not sure if you remember the old Microsoft Xbox Live Marketplace, but that was a fucking huge scam. Like massive. Double get balance. Balance plus equals amount. Return balance. Expecting that. Where's it? I already got a semicolon. What are you talking about? Expected declaration to return balance. Okay, let's just keep coding. Maybe it'll fix itself. Yeah, this book was definitely not part of New York Times bestsellers. I kind of doubt that if this was even New York Times seller. I might be the only person that bought this book. Maybe if I keep coding, Robin Williams will pop out of this. He was the first kid to learn how to code. Finally found him. He was in a jungle. This book was called Jumanji. What is the title? Learn C++ quickly, code quickly. Complete beginner's guide to learn C++, even if you're new to programming. So not Jumanji. Laughing at my own joke. Good one, Tom. I spelled balance right here. Then I go back to spelling it wrong. Nice. Perfect. Double double. Yeah, see. The more mistakes this book has, the more tilted I get. That's crazy. As we get through the book and start actually practicing some stuff. a lot of reviews say it's amazing. Maybe, maybe I'm the problem here. Kind of doubt it. I'm writing these things straight from the book with the occasional mistake, which that's on me. I make a mistake. You've seen it though. I've coded directly from the book and it's just completely wrong. So it's definitely not just me. But to be fair, if it's kind of a beginner's guide to coding, it's probably going to be a lower quality than, you know, actual high-end coding books. Because the target audience is smaller. Like whenever you when they make movies for kids, the writing's definitely way lower quality than writing for adults. It's just crazy. Like how they misspelled balance. They spelled it right once, and then they went back to misspelling it. Amazing. Just small little nitpick. Says there's 5 mistakes here. 927. Get balance. Get balance. Oh. It's like amount wasn't defined. It says balance is plus equal to amount. Maybe it should just be balance is equal to amount, right? Might fix it. Nope. Nope. Definition has no storage class or type specifier. It ain't balance. Let's spell balance right in all of this and stop calling it balance. That added to it. Now that we're spelling things correctly, the problems have never been more apparent. I don't know what the end goal of this is. It's just trying to change. So trust account test. Test variable double result. Look at, okay, where's result? I don't think results ever specified. Double result equals test dot. I guess result is specified right here. It's test. Get balance. Amount. Amount's not specified. It is over here. Right here. Balance. Oh. I feel like this could have been solved by just calling it double amount, right? But they're hard dedicated on get balance. Let's do this. Balance is amount. Get balance is double amount. Balance is 500. This is supposed to be this then. Nope, that's causing more errors. Turn, count, get balance amount. This feels like they're just wrong. This really does feel like it's just not correct. The problem's right here. Balance equals amount. Yeah, this thing just... So it's supposed to be taken from this. I think it's weird defining get balance. Like having a hard amount without being necessary. Yeah. Let's go back. Look at better example, which is really saying a lot. Line 14. Get balance amount double. This should be... I don't even think that's necessary, honestly. Right? Because it would be balance would... Because it's taking it from here, balance is already... Cool. X. Nope. That's making things worse. So what it's trying to do is, I have no idea why it's already defining it with a number right here. Just remove the number. If we're gonna mess up, we might as well go all the way. Balance is supposed to equal an amount. This would be unnecessary, right? Sure. Let's just do double balance. Whole code is fucking redundant. And it doesn't need to be this. That's one thing I don't understand about this book when it comes to coding. It's like telling me to create an object and have that object have a different name than said object. And it's like, why? Why don't I just skip that whole code? So this doesn't even make sense. Also, it's trying to get a balance that doesn't exist. It's trying to get a balance of 1000. So if we count, maybe you just wanted that one property double balance. This reminds me of a scene from Silicon Valley, right? In the scene, they're like, "What do you mean your fucking AI deleted the whole code for our, it's like our like online platform?" He's like, "Well, Antum thought that all the code was inefficient. The best way for it to get rid of it, fix the code, was to delete all the code." And in that case, he's technically correct. What's the point of this? I'm gonna be honest. This code is bullshit. I'm gonna be honest, man. We're, we're just gonna skip this one. Because trying to work with the code they said, I would have to redo this whole thing from scratch. But maybe that's the challenge of being a coder. Fuck. Do I try to remake it from scratch, knowing that I'm gonna fuck it all up? Oh. Yeah, let's give it a shot. The only thing we can do is embarrass ourselves, but the fact that I didn't know what object was earlier, I think I already did a pretty good job of that. Actually, so let's restart from the beginning. Let's include this note. Let's spell balance right the whole time. Kind of makes you wonder how they misspelled balance so often and how it got through. Like, no one see it? Well, based on some of this code, no one definitely saw some of this. Okay, I'm just gonna rewrite all this first, and then gonna go insane. I'm really confused why they changed balance to amount. Like, I really don't know why they tried doing that. It's kind of bad though, because it's like rewriting this isn't actually going to achieve anything other than have us rewrite it. What? Yup. Yeah, no, this. I kind of have a vague idea what they're trying to do, but I kind of feel like this part was. You definitely tell the person that was writing this book started rushing towards the end. I wonder if this was like a money laundering scheme. You must write a coding book. You got 3 days. And it's oh fuck. Bet. Then they tried doing like a pointer equal sign, which is cool. First time I've ever seen that. Guess that's the thing. Line Oaks. The call. The base pass. Maybe this was like some college kid and he was just like, okay. The supervisor was like, you need someone to write a coding book. And he's like, I know how to code. This is a result. Who am I to judge? I'm trying to learn from it. But yeah, this is just fundamentally wrong. I could just tell. Because it wants us to get a value that's not technically inside the system for a value. And it just wants. You can't do that. You have to set it to that value. So that this code is just completely wrong. This is what it's written, word for word. I know what I have to do. I just don't know if I have the strength of will. Also, I have no idea why it's assigning a value of 100 up here and then trying to change it 2 separate times. Not even to what it needs. This is completely broken. Oh no. Fuck. Yeah, we have to skip this. Oh no. They don't even know what they're trying to. So what they're trying to do is, based on what I'm seeing, they're trying to change this value to 500 by using this code up here. Or they want to use this code here. They want this one to piggyback off of it. Then it wants to, like, this doesn't even use public account at all, right? But it wants to assign 1000 to this one over here, and I think it wants me to multiply it by 1.07. So it's trying to do like a trust account variable interest rate, right? No, it wouldn't be a variable. Well, I forgot what the interest rate's called whenever the variable interest rate would be if the interest rate's constantly changing. In this case, they're trying to do compounding interest. That's what they're trying to do. But they're doing it completely wrong. So, yeah, what the fuck are they doing? What? Yeah, we're skipping this. They're fucking clueless. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so the whole thing was they were trying to do fucking compounding. Let's kind of give an example of what they were trying to do. And is that not it? Not wrong. Okay. Okay. They're basically trying to go like. That would have to be double X, huh? Oh yeah, by the way, this is completely wrong what I'm doing here. Okay. Yeah, it's completely wrong. What the fuck am I even trying to show here? I'm trying to show compounding interest rates with just basic outputs. I'm crazy. Yeah, they're trying to show compounding interest rates, but they showed it in a really stupid way because they're dumb. Oh. Oh, man. Oh, I got it stuck in my head now. My brain is like, you could correct it, but I don't want to. Please don't make me. But yeah. They were so stupid about it. I mean, you wouldn't need 2 classes to do a compounding interest rates. They were just trying to set up like a basic system for compound interest rates, and then they did public account. It's got me tilted. Fucking, I'm so tilted. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, this book gets an A for effort. That's a lie. It's like a C for effort. They can explain some things, but they definitely don't explain a lot of things. This next section's the polymorphism. That's only scary. You made it seem like polymorphism's really complicated. This book's making it seem like I might die. Oh. Trying to know a class can inherit from another base class, but C++ we can have multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance is when a derived class inherits from two or more simultaneously. Syntax for multiple inheritance is simple. We state our derived class. Simply add the name of the base class is separated by a comma, as shown below. Apparently this shit's super complex. Okay. This book just straight up was like, yeah, this thing's really complex. Go to this website. I'm only retaining like 10% of this at this point. But retaining some is better than retaining none. I can kind of see what they're going for in some of these codes. That's about it. Okay, so you're finding it. Yeah, there's a lot of typos. A lot of just incoherent code. Like, just straight up incoherent. So, like, it's not just recent chapters, it's like all the way from start to finish, there's a lot of incoherent code. And there's like 20 chapters where everything's hunky dory. For all those, you gotta wonder how many of those accounts talking about how good and perfect it is are bots. They can code, you know, they could probably make bots. It's not exactly rocket science, it's computer science. You have some sort of understanding of what you're doing. Dude, if they can write bots, why didn't they just use that kind of energy for the book? That's asking too much. That's one of my issues with society. Sometimes people will put more energy into a shortcut than they will actually going down the path. Reminds me of a line in Parks and Recreation. I will work all night if it means nobody works. Or if nothing gets done. Oh yeah. It's like there's a lot of shell companies in the US where they basically just prop up a company, give it a name, and then they give it a PO box in just some random street. Yeah, you got to wonder what the incentive is. So the reward has to be worth enough where people go through the hassle of doing something wrong or illegal. So you gotta like wonder how much this person made creating this shit book versus if they would have made a good book. They had to put time and effort into making bots to advertise this book. I don't know. I mean, some of the code in this book works. Maybe it's a proofreader issue, right? So it's a book, so it had to go to, may have went to like a book, I don't know, a book proofreader. But because book proofreaders aren't exactly coders, they're just like, yep, that's code. Send that bad boy out. Maybe that's what the issue was. Yeah, the last one was just, that was just fucking madness, dude. What were they thinking? But like this is working. This code actually kind of clean. Oh, forgot to set my color. Really makes me appreciate Duolingo though. Duolingo gives you quality learning shit without like, they're not stingy. Maybe it's all like government money they get because they're used in schools and colleges. The Duolingo, they like, it's like a passion project, man. The team that's working on that, you could actually tell it's like they're in. Dog, what are you doing? Dog likes to lay its head on my briefcase. So its legs are hanging off the bed, but its head's laying on my briefcase. It's weird. Okay. I mean, at least this is some clean code. Typing it really slow. Typing like an old lady that just learned how to use a computer. Actually gonna contact my Facebook friends after this. Have you heard? Have you heard the news? Did you know Tina got married in 1812? It's a really weird year to get married, but okay. Not sure why I said 1812. Facebook wasn't even real. That's crazy. The Great Marriage of 1812. Probably my favorite Facebook post. It's the issue. We're at line 36. Turn in user code. No suitable constructor exists to convert from. Huh? Hey, you're joshing me. I respect that. Okay. I don't understand how it was okay for these, not this. We'll just move on to the next thing for now. If it becomes a problem in the future, we'll just go back to it and see what we can do. Okay. To be fair though, I do see a lot of this kind of shit in coding too now. Right? The use of multiple classes, especially when it comes to like multiplayer games, specifically in the RPG genre. Classes is pretty important. Public. Oh, Nelly, I have a bad feeling about this code. Dude, what the fuck is this code? I'm getting the heebie-jeebies. This code is dangerous. Maybe too dangerous to be left alive. This code is a Sith Lord? Forgot the rest of the dialogue in Star Wars. If this is true, this is most troubling. I have to go with you. Dude, I'm going fucking crazy now. I'm just role-playing Anakin Skywalker, Mace Windu. How can I be on the council and not ranked master? Nice. Now this is pod racing. Okay. About to get bananas. E-A-N-A-N-A-S. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Oh. Dude, yeah. The whole Star Wars thing could have. The whole. I mean, I don't know. Star Wars. That whole thing could have been avoided if they just treated Anakin with respect. I don't know. Like he was an orphan kid in emotional turmoil. Maybe protect his mom so he didn't go batshit insane and start murdering children. There's a lot of things that could have happened in Star Wars. A lot of mistakes. Mace Windu mouthing him off anytime he could. This so-called chosen one. Okay, man. Don't need to be spicy, man. We're all on the same side, Mace. Anakin Skywalker is a Sith Lord? Oh, this is most troubling. Fucker. I don't know what you mean by this code's a disaster. Kind of feels redundant, yeah. Okay. There you go. Do I really have to do all these? Guess not, but I don't know. I don't know what I've been told. $156 really bad. Break? That's a very good point you're bringing up. You know what the craziest part is? The book actually calls for you to stop putting break after your lieutenant, too. There's no consistency. This book is operating on madness. Madness, you say? Just quoting 300 now. Jesus Christ, it keeps going. What is it making me do? Holy fuck. Jesus. I'm so confused on what they want. This is not pod racing. Avoiding commanders now. Okay. Dude, this is gonna look crazy to you. Holy fuck, dude. I mean, it looks kind of like standard code, to be honest, but to be fair, it is just code. Okay. Drink. Well, you stop laying your head on the briefcase, you'll stop falling over. Oh. Oh my god. I don't know why, but when you said it's dangerous, for some reason I thought my computer was about to explode. I just had like a vision of my computer blowing up. Oh, that would have been crazy. Really weird that whoever designed this book also sabotaged it to take me out. Know too much. What? Oh my god, I'm just repeating lines. I really am going crazy. Okay. Seems kind of unnecessary, but okay. Dude, this is killing me. Holy moly. Well, isn't this just a fucking surprise? Okay. Commander dot rank. Okay, so we got 2 mistakes to fix. $36. So it says int m user code 36. Return m user code. It's highlighting, so it shows that they're both connected. Copy an int. 50. Pretty sure that's just misspelled. Okay. So this is the only issue. m_user code. No suitable constructor exists. Convert from int to this. Oh, that's on me. Okay. I was like, I don't know what's going on. So it's just my error. Can't blame them for this. Okay, let's do it. Well, that's not the correct output, but I'm pretty sure I know where. I forgot to include breaks here for consistency. Kind of confused why there's breaks here too, because it shouldn't really be necessary in this context. Let's reduce these. You know what the best part is? I'm pretty sure that the user code that they're assigning you know what the problem is? The person that coded this is not using the same code they use for their final compilation. Because this is exactly what they wrote word for word, right? The compiler isn't working correctly. Or it's not compiling correctly. Which means that they're using a different code for the end result, which they'll take pictures of, than they are for the... This book is just a problem. The result, not good. Not good at all. The outputs fucking random. Our soldier details are negative 858993460, set rank to admiral. Yeah, it's supposed to be... Okay. Our soldier details are John Smith 1, set rank admiral. Commander class defined. Hope so. Oh, this code is not nearly as long as I thought it was. Huh. Where's... Oh, our commander's not even a line of code. Right? Set details. It's not complete. So it's disproportionate right here. Something's incorrect. So these are supposed to be picking up this right here. Where did they go? Well, to negative 8596114. I'm gonna remove this just to see what happens. It did nothing. Yeah, usually when a number like that pops up, that means it's, at least when it comes to pointers, that means it's going to the wrong location. So I can only assume that's what's happening here. Yeah, it's 100%. It's details. First name, string last name, and user code. Oh my god, I was like, what's happening? My book was on the space key. Holy fuck, it scared the fuck. Oh, that scared me so much. Skynet's got my computer. I know too much. I mean, it looks right to me, but everything looks right to me, to be honest. Oh, it's right here. I don't need to do that one. That one's all good. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, user code's coming up as an issue now. Oh, I was supposed to do it for user code too. I'm crazy. Okay, let's try it now. Well, looks like I was the problem. But we got it fixed now. That's pod racing. See what you can do when you look at. Oh my. This killed me. This killed me inside. Jesus. Yeah, it's like when it comes to variables, it's like that. If it's pointers and you see like a random location, that means usually it's not retrieving the correct information. Right? Oh no, man. I feel like this some of the code in this book is so bad where it's just like, yeah, it's becoming an easy default. So I'm not 100% just looking at it going like, no. They got it right. I'm the one in the wrong. Instead, I'm just throwing this code under the bus sometimes. That's on me. But coder mindset. I went there. I figured out where it was, set detail, because that's the only place with the corresponding information. And we found the problem. That's the coder mindset. They don't teach you that in grade school. Okay. Disgrace, as always. Been an honor. Going to work this around my head and forget all of it. It's been an honor. Catch you on the flip side, homie.